thinking a lot about everything, you know, just so much is running through my head, and it's like I want to get it all out and put it down, but in these videos, and when something important comes along, I want to say it. They've got us in such a mind snare, you know, by the mind, you know, everything we do, you know, is controlled, and it just we got to let go of everything. It's killing us, all of us. I know you feel the same way I do. I know you feel the same way I do. And you know, letting go of the matrix is it's strange. Like I'm doing it in stages here, and it feels really good. To be honest with you, you know, I get scared, but I'm excited. I'm excited about the adventure of life again. You know, everything I do now is through a different lens. I see things through a different lens. It's the time right now. It's time right now for all of us to do this. I know you feel the same way I do. They just got done. This whole world's got done wearing masks. We're still wearing masks. The whole world's crazy. You know, it's time to let go of all this insanity and technology that holds us to this place. Any bad act that you do, or technology or anything like that, you know, like eating meat, your iPhone, your computer, all this stuff, it keeps you locked here. That's what they're using that as a tool to keep you locked here. You know, and it's used against themselves too. They have a weapon that's used against themselves too, because they're addicted to their own addictions too that they've created. So we've screwed ourselves as a human race. You know what I mean? With all the that we've done to ourselves. But we got to get ourselves out of this. And the first step is getting rid of technology. You know, when this shit came along, I was like, nah, you know, and it's never been right. You know, think about it. You know, just the whole thing. It's like you know, you can't add technology to stuff and expect it to make you feel good. It makes us sick. You know, sitting on a computer and looking at screens like I'm, you know, it makes me dizzy and sick. You know, on TV, how they spin things at you and it's coming at you makes you sick. The phone, being on the phone makes me sick. You know, everything makes you sick. Everything makes you sick, and I'm so happy to detach slowly with on what as I'm detaching. I should have done this years ago. I don't give a fuck what happens out there. You know what I mean? I mean, I'd rather sleep in a tent or a hole in the ground than this shit, than put up with this shit. You know, I'm not going to do it anymore. You know, paying bill. I don't know how I did it for this long. You know, and that's why everything's fallen apart in my life. Because all my life, I thought, you know, I kept asking, telling everybody, this isn't important. What we're doing here, how come none of this shit's important? Why are we doing this? Nobody could give me a straight answer. You know, I said, something's going on here. I said, what's really going on in the world? And everybody's like, don't ask too many questions, you know, be quiet, you know, hush there, you know, you're never going to get those answers. Well, I did. You know, the Earth is flat, and they're hiding a bunch of land. All my answers got answered in spades, buddy. So everybody was wrong. Everybody was wrong about everything they said. You know, and the whole world's wrong. And I knew it was the whole way. You know what I mean? You know, we're all way seers. You know, we all see the way. You know, and us way seers, we've seen it our whole lives. We've seen the way. There's a song called the Way Seers Manifesto, the Way Seers Manifesto. Look it up on YouTube, and it's the best song ever, and explains exactly how we feel. How every way seer has always seen the way, even when we were kids, and you know, growing up, we've always seen the way, and known that all this world was a bunch of bullshit. We knew that something was wrong here, you know, and so we never, you know, we always, you know, inherently knew something was wrong here. You know, I never agreed with, you know, technology. You know, as I at school, what they said at school. You know, getting vaccinated at school, I was crying. I was one of the ones that cried, and they put a sad face on me and drew it on me, and I always rebelled. You know, and said, "Hey, what's going on here? This world seems strange. You know, how come they're tossing us around and telling us what to do? You know, and it's not right." I said, "You know, and how come we have to work and sacrifice our lives for nothing? You know, flipping a burger for someone at its burger joint is not an important job. And all the jobs that we do, if you look at them closely, it's like that's not important. So you got to look at what's inherently wrong. If it's not important, then why are we doing it? You know, so then someone else is controlling things. You know what I mean, and manipulating things because you sure aren't, or we wouldn't be doing that, right? If it was me that controlled it, none of you would be working. I'd free this whole world up if I controlled everything. I'd show you what I'm talking about and show you what real freedom is. And you'd be like, oh my God, thank you. You know what I mean? I mean, I'd love you. I would take care of you. You know, and I wouldn't hide anything from you. I would want to see what you thought about things. I would want to see what you thought about the flat earth and everything out there. You know what I mean? I would want to know what you thought about it. I don't want to be alone in things. So that's why I don't understand why they're doing this. I know it's because of greed, but you're still putting yourself alone. You know what I mean? Because you're not friends with me, you know, and the rest of the world. You're not sharing with the rest of the world. If you're not sharing, you know, then you're not caring. You're not doing anything. If you're not sharing what you have with everybody else, then you're not really enjoying it. You're not living life. Okay? If you're not sharing, you're not living life. If you're hoarding everything and stuff, okay, you're gonna, you know, if you die, and that's it. You died. You know, just you. You know what I mean? You didn't experience with anybody else. You got to get everybody else's take on it. You know, what is everybody? I want to know everybody else's take on things. That's interesting in life. So without knowing everybody else's take on everything, you're missing out on life. You're missing out on everything. Everybody has something to teach you, and everybody has a different take on things and on how this world goes, and and they can come up with things that you didn't think of, and you need to hear those things. You know, what does everybody think of the aurora borealis? Let's go see. Let's go look at it together and find out what every person in the world thinks of that. I mean, what do you think it is? I think it's God. You know, I mean, well, what is God to you? You know, and it's that the aurora borealis is God. The sun is God. You know what I mean? That's not God, but I'm saying what's important to us. You know what I mean? Not Jesus and God and religion. All that shit's fake. Religion's fake. You know what I mean? So, you know, you let go of all that shit. Let go of everything that's not real in this world, and then you're going to get to what's real. And when you keep doing that over and over again, you become a way seer. You become a truth seeker, like me, and a way seer, a person who sees the way. You know, is able to show others the way and help others. You know, I may not have a home coming up here soon, but you know what? I'm happier than ever because I'm going, like I said, I'm going to make the world my home. You know, and I get to have freedom. I get to see things that you're never going to see, and that you're staying in your home or wherever you're at. You're not going to see what I'm going to see. I'm going to be on top of a mountain pretty soon. You know, I mean, I'm going to be doing things differently than you. You know, doing activism and talking to people about truth and seeing and getting donations and help that way until I change the world and get rid of the system. I'm going to bring the system down, and you're going to have to join me. We're all going to have to do what I'm doing right now. You're going to have to do it too. You're going to have to get off of YouTube and get rid of this all of your little creature comforts, okay? Because they're actually weighing you down. They're weighing this whole world down. Who cares about your little creature comforts in your apartment or your house? That doesn't mean anything. Those little material things, you can't take them with you. You know what I mean? And they're weighting the world, weighting you and the world down. You know, how are you going to revolt in the revolution if you've got too many material shit? Grab your shit, what you need, and let's go. You know what I mean? Let's go fucking everybody. You know what I mean? And just say no to everything and everybody out there. That's what you got to do. You know what I mean? And so it's coming up here. If they just made us wear masks and do all this crazy shit, then, you know, the revolution is not over. Look what we just went through. You know what I mean? I told you it was going to get wild. It's going to get more wild. It has to. We have to shake things up and make, you know, chaos is good when it's revolution is good when it's changing things. You know, so, you know, we need to change things, you know, and that takes, you know, people like me, catalysts, you know, of change. And one thing is I'm trying to teach you how to do that right now. So that's why my videos are so important. You need to go from one to the next, and I'm letting go of the matrix right now. Remember, so right now I'm not afraid. I'm afraid, certain parts of me is afraid because I might be sleeping in the bush. You know what I mean? And with a sleeping bag. You know what I mean? But I'm looking at, you know, look at taking care of yourself. You know what I mean? Be prepared. You know what I mean? So be a prepper. You know, become a prepper. To all you preppers out there and everybody out there, prep. Do the best you can to take care of yourself. You know, because you can do well out there. I'm not afraid. I'm looking at it as being in this apartment's going to kill me. Being in here is going to kill me. Okay, the walls are closing in on me. It's the same routine every day. Yeah, I'm going to miss the birds and I'm going to miss everybody. But if I stay here forever, the confinement of here is going to kill me. I can't breathe. We're not meant to live in little boxes. I mean, we're meant to roam around and see different things. And even when I'm out there doing what, you know, being traveling around and doing activism and being, you know, making the world my home and being homeless, you know, that's you know, I've still got to be careful. You know what I mean? And you know, when the world didn't used to be this way, we didn't have all these pitfalls and dangers to look out for. You know what I mean? But you got to make those things your home. You got to make this world your home, and don't let fear hold you back. Fear can hold you back and kill you. All the little fears you have are going to kill you if you don't. You know, I was watching one video just not too long ago. Learn all you can right now. Learn all you can and then go. But that's what you do now. But I was just watching a video not too long ago, learning from a black guy whose wife just passed away on YouTube. I'm watching YouTube videos too. I learn about how to survive and what to do. And he lives out of his car, and he had a nice setup with everything that he could take. But he said his wife died of cancer 6 months ago. He was about my age, and he was traveling around. And he says that I looked at my life, and he said, my wife's gone, and everything's gone. He goes, I need to do something. I need to go on an adventure. And now he just travels the whole United States, going around to every park and every place camping. You know, I'm gonna try that first, because at least you're out talking to people and you're living. And he knows that. He's like, hey, at least I'm out of the house and I'm living. And because this place, then he knows that place is gonna kill him. If he stays in his house, he's gonna die just like his wife did of cancer. The food that he's eating and all the shit that you do is going to kill you. You're gonna die by the time you're 60 or 70 years old. 75 years old. My dad died at 74 from just what I'm talking about, from obesity and eating shit foods, and right around Thanksgiving, and stuff like that. Went out to the holidays when everybody was eating. I remember he was walking back from the house to the car, and my dad grabbed the car, and he couldn't walk anymore. He was all breathing hard. He's all, and he grabbed the car and I go, Dad. I turned around. I go, Dad, are you okay? Like that. And I could tell he didn't have much longer to live, to be honest with you. I didn't really think about it, but now I'm thinking about it now, and after it happened, I'm like, he's gone, so, and it hurts me bad, and it pissed me off too, because I was going through the same shit at the time too. I was eating bad foods and I got so swollen and fat that he looked at me one time and goes, are you okay? Because I was all swollen and fat and fucked up too, and then I became vegan, and then I was all ripped up and cut up, and I got to show my dad before he died how I looked like I look now, and he goes, oh my God, look at all those muscles. He's like, look at my son. He's like, I can't believe my son, because I've never seen that many muscles on you. He goes, and he couldn't believe it, and then I slipped and then I slipped and ate bad foods again, and then got fat again just for a bit, and then went vegan again, and now here I am. You know what I mean? And you just stay away from those bad foods, man. When you touch them one time, it's going to screw your whole body up. You know what I mean? You can't be eating meat and shit foods. So all the videos that I've told you, you need to do exactly and adhere to exactly what I'm telling you, and you're going to live. Those are all to keep you alive. You're not going to live past 50 years old, because I went vegan at 47, 48, and now here I am at 54. Look at me now. I'm a specimen of health. At 54. Look at me. I'm ready to go, baby. I'm going to get out there and adventure and have fun. I'm going to live till I'm 154 or 254, 354. I'm going to keep going and going and going like the Energizer Bunny, but with no technology. I'm going to get rid of all technology and everything. And so this is what part of I'm going to teach you now is letting go. I can't wait to get rid of my phone. These are the things I'm looking forward to getting rid of. Even the computer here. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to do these videos for until like a few more months here, and then I'm leaving, around the end of March, April. And I'm going to get rid of things too. I'm going to get rid of all this stuff here and get rid of what I can, and material things got to go. When you're following a holy path, and doing holy deeds like I do, I'm walking the holy path, and I do holy deeds only. And that's what it said when I smoked salvia. Do you know when I saw my throat chakra, which is why I'm called Jim Lotus, because I saw my throat chakra, which was a blue lotus flower when I smoked it. And then I read books on it. And I said, I saw that right there. And that was my throat chakra I'd seen, that's why I walk this path that I walk now. It said the person who sees that is the person who walks the path of doing holy deeds. So this is me doing my holy deeds. I have to leave. All of us do. You have to walk the path of the guru, and do holy deeds only. And get out there and help people. Not with God or anything like that, not religion. I'm saying just go out there and wake people up. I got to get rid of everything. I can't wait to get rid of my iPhone, my computer, all this stuff. I'm going to get rid of the phone and smash that shit. Get rid of it. And we used to never have phones. I don't want to be on it anymore. I'm going to just get rid of things one by one, and I'm happy to do that. I'm going to get back to the raw nature of who I really am, back to those tree people like Tarzan. You know what I mean? Again, like tree people, where we come from trees. We need to get back to nature and organics things. And that's what really matters. So, that's what I'm going to chase. We need to do that in every way as we can. Again, and just as limit technology to limit as much as we can. And someday we'll be back to fires again. You know what I mean? And organic things that keep us healthy. All that carbon monoxide and shit's going to kill you. The poisons are going to kill you. You got to be careful with every move you make in this world. It all has to be organic. Okay? Flat power.